Alright, so I want to just talk about how to spend credits and what to spend credits on. So obviously the main use for credits is buying your mercs. So some mercs cost 50,000 and some mercs cost 35,000, being Vasily, Sawbones, Proxy, and Artie. I do not have any more that are 35,000 anymore, because these are the original Mercs, and then these are the additional Mercs, being Sparks and is 50,000. So the main way you can spend credits is buying Mercs, and obviously the most important, you want to unlock the Mercs you want to play or the Mercs that you think are good. But there's also some other ways to spend credits. So the first is you can buy equipment cases. So equipment cases, they obviously are the regular ones you get from drops, which drop mostly lead cards, and it works up iron, bronze, silver, gold, and cobalt. Eventually, cobalt is 0.1% drop rate. I never got a cobalt out of an equipment case, and I've opened a fair amount. And the final thing that you can spend your credits are on the loadouts. So each one of these loadouts can be bought an individual. If you want you can only buy the bronze loadouts, but you can buy individual cards. So if you say, oh, I want to get the best Artie card, or the one that it says, okay, this is, say the best Artie card, which in my opinion I think it is, with Explodahedron and the BR16, you can buy that with credits. You can also buy the bundle of all of the cards together for Artie or any other player for 100,000, which I think is pretty ridiculous unless you want to buy a ton of these cards to do a trade up. But that's only if you've unlocked all the mercs and then you have an extreme excess of credits. So now we know what you can spend your credits on, but now let's talk about should you buy cards, or should you buy cases, or should you buy the mercs. So cases, the first thing I want to say is you should never be buying your equipment cases unless you have every single merc unlocked. Equipment cases are only good if you need a card to do a trade up. So if you have two leads and I want to get one more equipment case, and then I can do a lead trade up, and then maybe you get another iron, and then it continues to go up. Other than that, you should not be buying equipment cases because it's a waste of money. It's a waste of credits, because there's very little amount that you're gonna get the card you want, or in the rarity you want, or higher rarity. So equipment cases should only be bought if you have all the mercs. Also, if you have a specific merc that you want a loadout card for, or the best loadout card, then it is okay to buy the bronze and then use the bronze to perform the best with that merc. But now let's talk about which mercs to buy in which order. So a lot of people say if you already have one or two engineers, you shouldn't be buying the third engineer. Or if you have the one or two assault mercs, you shouldn't be buying an assault merc. I agree with that. Definitely you want an arrangement, but I think there should be a couple things you want to aim for first. First of all, in my opinion, you should have you should buy your first three mercs. One should be assault, one should be engineer, and one should be medic. My choices of first three mercs to buy would be Sawbones. Sawbones is 35,000, which is good, as he is one of the cheaper mercs, and he is the best combat medic in the game. My assault merc that I would suggest would either be Fragger, if you like the gun, the more straight up gunfights, as in if you want to be outskilling people gun on gun, or if you like more of a tactical grenades. I think Nader is a really good choice as well. And then for engineers, I believe you should be getting either Fletcher, which is the best assault merc, or Proxy, which is, I think, the best defensive engineer merc. So those are my thoughts about which mercs to buy. But the one other thing is buying a merc that has a very high skill cap. I do not think that a person should be buying Sparks, nor they should be buying Vasily or Kira as one of their first mercs, or Red Eye. All of these mercs are very, I would say, hard to use mercs, but can be played at a very high skill. But it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to use these mercs. So if your first merc was Red Eye and you saved up 50,000 credits, you might find him very hard to play up to the level of all the other mercs. So I would suggest not getting Kira, Red Eye, Sparks, or Vasily as the mercs you buy originally. Maybe after you have one of each class, one recon, one assault, one medic, and one engineer, then maybe you can get one of these if you have an interest in them, but they shouldn't, in my opinion, shouldn't be your first choices. Alright, that's all I gotta say. Thanks.